Hello Pisces, and welcome to your soulmate reading. This is for Pisces. If this resonates with you Pisces, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave me a comment. I would greatly appreciate it. If this does not resonate, please do check your moon, your rising, your Venus sign, as this will not resonate with every Pisces out there. Cross watchers, please keep in mind some of the energies can be vice versa interchangeable. This is for Pisces. This is for Pisces. What does Pisces need to know? What does Pisces need to know? Let's see. Okay, love that. Okay, it's their ego that is the problem. It's their ego that is the issue, right? That keeps coming up during these soulmate readings. It's like ego death needs to happen. It's pride, it's ego that just holds everything up and just ruins everything, right? Control, that type of thing. They had no idea that you were such a powerful force, okay? But the way they see themselves is so mentally conflicted. You want more energy. You want more effort from them. Neither one of you is speaking right now. You're not really engaging with this person. It's like a standoff that's happening. And what was the major question between you and this person was, where is this thing going? Will we ever be in a higher level of commitment together? So they think you are ignoring them, which you are, but what you really want is effort. What's going to happen here is you're looking at them like they're immature, like they're not ready, kind of like they're a fool, and they kind of took you for a ride. You feel like they strung you along. So it's like you felt foolish being led by a fool. But I don't know. It feels very karmic. This could be, a big karmic soulmate type of lesson. But some massive decisions are going to be made. You are not budging. In fact, you may be moving on to other things, and this person is just going to have to deal with that for the rest of their life, right? For the rest of their life, you could be the one that got away unless they stop being such a controlled, dominant, ego, pride type of person. So before we get too deep into the situation, Pisces, for those of you that are interested in a private reading, they are available at secrettarot.com. I'll leave the link in the description and also pinned in the comments. So decisions. Sometimes these decisions can create good karma. Sometimes they can create bad karma. You could be dealing with a Libra. But I feel like you took control away from this person and you made the decision to stand your ground. Right? And so what you wanted was commitment. What you got was like you felt like you were being fed false promises you feel foolish, and you see them as a fool, like you were, like I said, like you were led by a fool. You wanted something more. You wanted to be happy. You wanted commitment with this person. And there's going to come a point where you decide, do I still want commitment with this person? Because they're not done. You may feel like you're done, but in the back of your mind, still wanting to see if they'll put in any kind of effort, if they really gave a damn, if they cared at all. They do. It's just that ego, that pride gets in the way of them truly speaking their heart. They cannot handle being vulnerable. So, Four of Wands here, there's going to come a day when they present you with an offering, but by the time that happens, it may be too late. And so, when it does happen, it's going to shock you and surprise you coming from this individual, right? But I feel like you're just, after waiting and waiting and waiting, you're moving pretty quickly in a different direction. And I feel like you surprised this person when you finally had hit your limit and broke free from this individual. That was a bit of a shock to them. And maybe you said some things that they needed to hear, but they were shocked to hear coming from you. So you felt like, you were just being played. That's what I want to say. Not getting what you wanted out of the situation, which was a solid commitment, something special. And what it has done is distracted you. They have distracted you from seeing the potential in other people, actually. What's right in front of you. Not anymore. Like I said, you're making the decision, or have made the decision, to break free of this entire situation. They also have this fear that, they feel rejected by you because you're not giving to the situation anymore. You're not allowing yourself to be like a puppet on a string. You're not allowing them to feed you full of false promises and just a bunch of nonsense. So they do have this fear, and that is ego-based, that if they do reach out to you, you will reject them because you took a pretty hard stance when you finally put your foot down. Like I said, you could be dealing with a Taurus, first of all, but like I said, it's a higher level of commitment that you wanted here with this individual. If you don't get it here, you're going elsewhere, and especially now that you're not all caught up and your mind's not all messed up from this individual. Now you can see the other opportunities that may be presented to you, and you may be taking a chance on something new. We got the Fool card here. Also with this, like I said before, you feel foolish because you felt you were being played like a fool and played by a fool. So they get all caught up in their head. It's a lot of mental conflict with them. They feel like you've given up on them, because it's like you were there, right? And you were really trying. You gave it everything you had, but at the end of the day, you're going to be the one that got away. That is what I'm seeing here. It's a huge karmic lesson for the both of you, but especially for them. In the back of your mind, you want to see some sort of effort from this individual. Something to show that they actually cared, because they're not moving, they're not budging. They're so prideful, right? 8 of Pentacles here. They feel like you've turned their back on them because you're not giving to the situation. anymore. They feel like you're, possibly entertaining other energies, looking towards your future, like you've made up your mind and there's nothing that they can do to change it. And that in itself shocked them. The problem, this is in the challenge position, right? We have the Emperor, you could be dealing with an Aries. The problem is this person's, insane self-control. Their fear of being vulnerable and actually caring for someone and just allowing themselves to fall in love. So frightening for this person. Getting too close makes them do outrageous shit to ruin things. It's about control. It's about, like I said, ego, pride. So there's going to come a point where they do put in effort, right? It's going to be in a weird way at first, trying to plant little seeds with you yet again to see if, anything comes of it. And they will continue to try. But it's going to be a hot minute from now, right? So they have to do it in such a way where they are not vulnerable, but you'll get it. They'll even make shit up just to talk to you or be around you, just stupid stuff. But it's going to take a minute for them to even get to that point. But you are no longer waiting. You are no longer waiting. 7 of Pentacles here. In fact, the longer this plays out, the more your emotions are draining from your body. And you're becoming ice cold, like this energy right here. So you are you got one hand out, come on, let's see some effort. But be careful. Be careful, because your sword's out too. And you may say some more things to this person. So it's yeah, you may have changed your mind, but you still want to know that they actually gave a shit. You'd be dealing with an air sign or somebody with air in their chart. Please clarify the Queen of Swords for Pisces. Look at that. The dark side of Pisces, right? So it's the more you ignore them, the more obsessed they are becoming, but they come back at you sideways, right? They come back at you sideways with these little planting of the seeds, with these things that are just made up. So if you could be dealing with a Capricorn, by the way, and then of course Queen of Cups, water energy, you could be dealing with another water sign. So there's two sides to you, and they're seeing the dark side of Pisces right now. And they're going to try to just oddball things to get your attention so that they don't come across as powerless or vulnerable. And it's going to be up to you how long you want to tolerate this. But a lot of you are moving forward to other things, because now with this sword, you're not so clouded and you can see other possibilities before you. This one has been a distraction for way too long, very karmic, and you're going to be a very big lesson for this person. All right, Pisces, that's what's going on. I hope that resonates with some of you, most of you, all of you. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if you would like a private reading with me, you can visit secrettarot.com for more information. And you can also follow me on all the socials. I'll leave those links in the description box as well. You guys have a beautiful day and a great week, and I will talk to you soon. Take care, and God bless.